Hello, everybody. This is Queen Lenora. Okay, so we back on the Jada and Will in August. We are back. So before I get started, I do want to give my props to my sweet tea. I'm about to break down the tea, and I think I'm going to get ready to market this. So if you want to buy my tea, let me know. Okay, so first thing I want to do is, you guys probably don't know this, so I just really want to get this out in the open before we talk about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and Alsina. Okay, so here we go. If you don't know how I started my YouTube channel and my Instagram and Facebook channel, was my niece, Alana, decided she was going to market me, because every year I make my kids start out their own business unless they find something they really, really like. Then they can stay at that if they want to. But so she wanted to be my marketer person and said, you always give advice. Auntie, I want you to do this. So she started me out, so she didn't finish it. So my daughter and my nephew is now marketing me, and so they got me on the roll. So sometimes I'll be on here talking, and I have to do some research to find out information, because I don't know what they're talking about, because I don't keep up with the socialites. So anyway, I kept up with this one, because if you remember, before I go there, my daughter's name is Aviana, and my nephew's name is Eli, and I want to give a shout out to both of them. Go to Eli Ninja's page, and my daughter's Instagram, bxby.ovy. Okay, check her out on Instagram. So I just want to give a shout out, because of those marketing people, and I love helping young people become the better them, and I believe they should start their own business and not work for somebody else. But hey, that's just me. That's what I believe, and I'm gonna keep believing it. Okay, so back to Will and Jada in August. So I guess Jada is at the Red Table Talk, and she is about to spill her own beans. Now, if you remember, I said that on my last video. When she is ready to come forward, she's gonna come forward and talk. Let their business be their business. And then I guess you're probably saying, well, if that's the case, why are you talking about their business? Because I already talked about it, so I got to finish talking about it. I got to let you know what's going on. If I don't let you know what's going on, how you going to know what's going on? So, here we go. So, with Will and Jada, she finally came to the Red Table Talk. Like I said, when she is ready to come, she will come and tell her business, and that is okay. Let her do her. I don't understand why we got to be up in everybody's business, as I'm in her business right now, but it is what it is. So I get really thirsty and get my tea. You don't understand how good the tea is. Let me explain this to you too before I go back. I make a big pot of tea, and it takes up 2 big pitchers, and this is really I don't get that many cups, so I have to enjoy it because there's no more tea, so I have to make some more tea. I just tell you how that is. So anyway, she came back to the table. She is talking. And Will is in place of Jada of asking the question, which he made sure to say. And I know there's people out there that have been talking about this for over a year, 2 years, I don't know. And again, I try not to be in somebody else's business, because I always know there's more to the story in their business. And Jada said her and Will were not together. They had split. They were going their own separate ways. Will even said he was done. He was finished for Nosh. It is over. I added those other words because I can, because it's my platform. And hey, I can do what I want to do. My platform. Anyway, so she admitted her flaws. Everybody's making a big deal out of the entanglement, that word. And even Will said, entanglement? Yeah, I don't think, yeah, that's true. How you going to just bust out with the entanglement? He confronted her, or not confronted her, because he already knew about it. And he talked about it. They even explained how they could see that August said that Will approved it. And it wasn't, I don't think it was somewhere where Will approved it. It was basically, Will said, we are not together. You do what you need to do. Ain't my business, because I'm leaving her. We divorcing. It's over. There ain't no relationship. There is no love lost. And I think that's pretty much. Now, I'm not saying those exact words, but that is what happened, pretty much, you have to say. And Jada basically said, she was helping him out, and then they got a relationship. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. And I know people are like, well, he's so much younger. Yeah, but he was a legal age. I don't care how much younger he is, he's a legal age. And again, if it was a man doing it with a woman, you know men are always dating women that's way younger. And nobody says anything about it. But when it's a woman dating a younger man, then she's a cougar. I never heard a man being called a cougar. Okay, because a cougar probably feel more like a woman, but still, I don't hear those names coming out. But when a woman does it, it's wrong. All the time. We always have these different things that it's okay for a man to do, but it's not okay for a woman to do. You know, like a man cheats, that's normal. A woman cheats, she's a whore or a homewrecker. Or there's all these different things that go in it. And with Will and Jada was trying to explain this. August wasn't a homewrecker. They weren't together. They had nothing to do. It wasn't before they got together. And basically it ended when August realized she was talking back to her husband and they were working things out, and he just stopped calling her completely, and she hasn't heard nothing from him. Now I know there's other sources that's out there that's saying that it hadn't been that long. And I always say, I'm gonna tell you who I watch. I watch Unwind with Tasha K. And apparently she had said a lot of stuff a year earlier and predicted all this stuff coming up. And pretty much what she said is it did come up. So if you want to check her out, go to Unwind with Tasha K and check her out. She's awesome. I love her. She's loud, boisterous, fun, and everything. I mean, I'm telling you, she is cool. I like her. And I don't watch every one of her stories, but I tell you, I watched this one. And I sat there for an hour watching it today. Even though I watched the Red Table Talk, I was like, I got to watch and see what Tasha says. Because, you know, to me, Tasha's good. Like, if she ever messed up on her sources or anything, guess what she did? She went back and apologized. So I know she's a woman of her word. And I appreciate that. So that's why I'm telling you right now, if you really want to know the tea, Wine with Tasha K, go back a year ago. And then go back a couple of months ago. And even she talks about Will having a woman too, but nobody's ever talking about that. And so I'm hoping that if Jada's business came out on Front Street, why not Will? But again, a man doesn't come out on Front Street. I don't want you to hear my words. Go watch her Unwind with Tasha K, get her words, because she got sources to back her stuff up. I'm just looking at her. Her sources ain't my sources, because I ain't got no sources. Just saying. But I still believe, I want you to get this part, what I believe. Queen Lenore Hall believes this. A marriage between two people is their business, and however they want to work their business, they do. And I understand people want to break up in the middle of a marriage and want to end it, and then they get back together. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That to me, that makes it a strong marriage, that you can overcome situations like that. What made it to me and impressed me is that Will and Jada sat down and talked about it, and talked about the hurdles and what they were going through and all that stuff. It wasn't an affair. And that was very clear and stated. It wasn't an affair. It wasn't, she didn't cheat on him. They weren't together. So even if Will did have another woman on the side, it was not an affair. They didn't cheat on each other, and that's their business. And if they did cheat on each other, again, that's their business. I'm over here, I don't want nobody to say nothing about me. I've been married 21 years. Blessed and highly favored, and don't want nobody up in my business, in my Kool-Aid, in my sweet tea. I don't want nobody up in there. That's just me. But, you know, again, I can say this. I'm not in the limelight, so I ain't got to worry about it, you know? Just saying. Let them do them. Whatever their relationship is their business. And even though we got all into, because it's all over the world, and it's, I don't care what platform you look at, what social media you look at, you see them. I mean, every time I went, I was like, okay, I'm not going to look at it. I done saw the Red Table Talk slide me in the face so many times I didn't have no choice but to watch the Table Talk. And I think I watched it twice because it was like, oh, this is good. You know, and then I started paying attention to the demeanor. The second time, first time I was just listening. Second time I was looking at the demeanor. You know, I was looking at this. And even though they have healed and they have this relationship, that I don't know if it's that she messed with August and he might have had another chick on the side, but the hurt of the breakup was more when their body language kind of changed a little. That's where they were like a little tense, because that it's like a wound. You know what I mean? Like you get that scar on you, and you, even though it's healed, you see it, and it's like I never want to get on a horse again. You know, and they want to get on a motorcycle again. That scar just hurts you right there. And like, I just never want to get on that again. And that's how they were. Like, I never want to go through that with our marriage again. And I think that is what we need to keep in line and keep understanding that this is still their marriage. This is still their relationship. And let them heal their own way. And I think the only reason why they did the Red Table Talk is because so many people were putting words in Jada and Will's mouth that they had to come forth to talk about it. But I don't think they would have came forth because we didn't know about their breakup. So keep a good eye. Pray for them. Hope they have a blessed and highly favored marriage. They're doing it their way, just like they raise their kids their way, and they enjoy their life. And stop being so judgmental about other people. Just because we put somebody on a pedestal doesn't mean they put themselves on the pedestal. So remember, if you don't do anything else, love and live each day as if it were your last. Be a blessing to somebody because they need it. And you have a wonderful day. And remember, Queen Lenora says, you live your life to the fullest. Don't be worried about everybody else. And stop being in other people's business, even though that's what we just did. Smooches.